Hey, Kevin, how you doing, brother? I'm trying to look at the lighting above me. Seems dark to me. What's up, Darren? I don't know why it seems dark. Yeah, let me know what you think. And April, what's up, honey? 3 weeks to go. And James, made it on time. What's up, James and James? Micro's also James. Lighting is good, thank you. Dr. Loomis, what's wrong? And Wayne, yeah, the lighting looked funny on my end, so I don't really know what the deal is there. It's hard to get the lighting right in the garage. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of all the LEDs or what the deal is with it, to tell you the truth. How you doing, Dr. Loomis? You said grr. You must have had a bad day, brother. See here. There we go. I'm still setting everything up real quick. It is really hot in this garage. Thanks, James. And Baja Bandito, what is up? Yes, everyone, please hit the like button. I appreciate that. There we go. Just doing a couple settings here. No, just the opposite. And Keith, what is up? How are you, brother? Hopefully you got my text back. I think you would have. There we go. It's hot in this garage. It's 89 degrees at 9 p.m. in the evening. I thought it'd be cooling down a little bit. I even put a fan in the window, but other world Slades, especially when it comes too hot. Yeah, I'm not real big on the heat, you know. And hey, Greg, what's up, brother? Yeah, I bet it is hot there. It's hot everywhere right now. And thank you, James. Looks and sounds good. And Neil, how are you? And Bob, welcome in. Still adjusting a few things here. There we go. Bug life. I wish we had a cooler life. We went from a ton of rain to, what's up, DW? Ton of rain, cool weather, and smack. I'm glad I cut my grass yesterday because I wouldn't have wanted to cut it today. It was really, really humid out. I wish it could be like 75 year round. I'd be really happy. Get you window AC for your garage. I wished I could, James. I mean, they're not very expensive to cool, you know, the garage that I have, but trying to watch a little, they bumped our utilities really hard and my usage didn't change. Isn't that great? You know, 5% tint. Doing well and feeling like we are fine down in Virginia. Yeah, it's I don't know what it went to today here. Maybe, I don't know, 95 today, 94, humid. There was a car show I wanted to go to, but I just didn't feel like standing in that heat all day. It was that bad, you know. But I think tomorrow's just going to be just the same, but I got to get in the garage anyhow. I got too much crap to catch up on, and went and did 65. Oh, I could deal with that. There's no doubt about that. Wow. Oh, on fire autocorrect. I thought you meant you were fine down here. Toby is in. What is Toby? And Liam is in. And he said, hey, because he's out with friends tonight. I guess we're not important. He needs to have fun. He's a young guy. Hey, John, what's up, brother? And Darte, how are you? We got 37 people in that quick. Wow. I think Sunday nights do do a little bit better. And Joe, welcome in. Joe, are you making the picnic? I can't remember if I already asked you. I may have, but I can't remember now. You know, we had a high 97 today. Nice after a week over 105. Oh, wait, aren't you, James? Aren't you Arizona? It's hard. There's so many members, but I believe you're Arizona because everybody says, well, if you're in Arizona and it's hot, then it's okay because there's no humidity. But I think that would still be hot, you know? Who's popping up and peeking in the window? Nobody yet. And Rick, happy World VW Day to you too. And okay, I thought you were in Arizona. I don't know how I remembered that. I don't remember much else, you know. And Mad Moose, you aren't on the road tonight? Hopefully you're relaxing. It's a party. I don't think I'll be at a family reunion. Oh, what a bummer, Joe. But it's okay. I understand. It's tough when you have so many things going on in the summer. I mean, I don't know how many people are coming to the picnic, but a lot more than last year, that's for sure. I think last year we ended up with 70, but that was more of a closed invite. So this year, I don't know. I mean, it could be close to 200 maybe. I'm really not sure. That's why I got a food truck in there just in case. I keep getting jabbed by something. But Alita, how are you? And how are you feeling, dear? I hope good after all that good news. Yeah, I'm expecting close to 200 possibly. Lots of people in their daily drivers. And also we got a lot of VWs showing. And there is going to be a handful of muscle cars too. Because I did not want to tell people no. Our buddy Bill, he has a my car ain't gonna be ready, girl. Oh no. Well, that stinks, brother. Yeah, 200 is awesome. I mean, I'm guessing at the number. I'm just going by all the emails and everything like that. You know what I mean? But hey, whatever the number, this is only the second year. So, I mean, honestly, it's normal until it catches on, you know. I'm on the road tonight, brother. On my way to Mobile, Alabama. Seeing lots of lighting up ahead, so I'll be on here, but won't be able to communicate much. I understand, Moose. I'm glad you tune in and listen, though, while you're on the road. I really, really appreciate that. I do. I mean, you got the CB running, I hope, so you know which mile marker they're sitting at. I have a VW event on the 28th, and mine won't be ready either. Well, you know what? It's hard, and I know, Dr. Loomis. Mine's not ready. It's sitting there or there because doing the videos, it does slow me down on getting the car done, but it's okay because everybody seems to, well, for the most part, people like the videos, you know. So mine will be done next year, obviously, for the event. However, my car actually will be done probably sometime in the fall. So, and then I'll start on Heather's car. I'll pull that in, pull the body, and start all over again. A little bit different videos for hers, though, because I'll be pulling the body off the chassis and doing a little custom work with the rag top and stuff. We got a big fire burning south of us. Luckily, the temp dropped today to 70. Wind dies down about 30 miles south of us. And my brother's down fighting this beast. Wow, 40 homes destroyed. I hate hearing that. I really, really, really do. That's sad. At least the exams are going well, and that's a good thing. We won't be back to work on our buggy until fall, but it's drivable at least. There you go, James. That's awesome. You got a lot done, though. You really, really did. And Dr. Loomis said yes. And Bill Oakley is new to the chat. Everybody give Bill a welcome. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. That means you're new to the channel or to the chat, one of the two. I appreciate you being here. Just checking a couple settings here. There we go. And Oakley, hi, Billy. It's nice to see new folks stopping in. I really like that. I really do. The community's definitely growing. There's no doubt about that. Hey, Roger, what's up, brother? And Shane, what is up? He was hiding in the background there. There we go. I wonder if the temperatures, well, it went down to 88. I guess it's getting there a little bit. I just don't want the thought of an AC unit in the garage. Tomorrow's not going to be fun in the garage, but I didn't check the weather, but I do believe it's going to be like 92 or something like that. But it is what it is. I'm on the braking system. I want to get it finished and bled off and get the wheels and tires on so I can get it on the ground and put it on wheel dollies so I can move the car back and forth. It'll really, really make a big difference for me. Then get on that interior, and then it's all body work and pop the engine in. If you like old VW, good tips, nice people, you're in the right spot. And BCM, good evening, brother. Yeah, Dorothy, even on our Facebook group, it's been nice. I can't sit on there, obviously. I've got things to do with the house and the yard and everything else. But a lot of people get on there and help each other a lot. I've only had to kick a few people off of there for being rude because we try to keep it civil where people want to be on there and not dread asking a question. You guys are going to be getting the heat we've had since Friday. Yeah, we definitely got the heat starting today. It was nasty today. 88 is that temperature or the humidity? No, that's the temperature, Wayne. Yep, it's 88 right now in the garage. I had it closed up most of the day. And Lancaster, New York, Paul Penner, a little late? No, you're not late, but we just started a few minutes ago. Welcome in. And we are still at 92 at 8 o'clock. Ugh. And you're very welcome, Bill. Thank you for coming in here. And Scotty C, how you doing, brother? You get some fishing in or what? Oh, no fishing this evening. I just caught it when I look now. Too hot. Be going for a run in a bit instead. Well, watch with that, Scott. Like, wow. I don't know how hot it is, right now for you, but don't be a hero. I mean, let me see. Heather says, on my way. I just caught that. A portable or window AC is a must. Helps so much. Yeah, I could use one up here at this point. There's no doubt. I do agree. 105, 115 next here last few days. Ugh. I'm sure it's going to climb up over the next few days here and get worse. My brother lives out no more. They're expecting 110, I guess. Wow. Man. I mean, I do okay in the heat. It's the humidity. When it kicks up high, Otto, what is up, brother? I think that a lot of people have trouble with the humidity. There's no doubt about it, V8 Nate. Pim Daddy's like, Heather will be in a second. She hasn't been in weeks. She's I just heard the gate open. Hopefully it's her. And hope that's her. Yep, that's her. Somebody come walking in a garage at night.
Oh, it's bright in here.
Is it bright to you?
It's bright.
Oh, I tried to get it to where the lighting was right, but I don't know. I can't get it right up here. Looks like the bugs are starting to come in. Oh, yeah. Lisa, how are you? And she said hi to Heather. I haven't seen Lisa in a while. That just made my whole night. Only got about 3 hours last 2 days in the garage. Too darn hot. It has been rough. It really is.
Hot today.
I mean, honestly, I got no choice but get in here tomorrow.
Hi, guys.
I got stuff to do. Everybody's hello and Heather. And Lisa is here. I even checked on her, which I don't try to bug people, but she was quiet for a while, so I wanted to check on her and see if she's okay, because it's a community. I mean, here in Livingston, it's almost 40 degrees Celsius. Hey, Heather. Lonnie, how are you, dear? Evening all, very hot and humid here.
That's right, I'm the boss.
Where's Scott? It's just 85, dry southwest wind, sun is heading down. Wow, that's still a little hot, Scotty. Like, just easy. Okay, the boss shows up. Yeah, she hasn't been in a while. I didn't adjust this for
Crooked.
You're crooked. What's that mean? There we go. Oh, is it this stupid? Turn it like that. I put that on there for you because I got that thing all dirty. There you go. Because my seats up here aren't very clean.
Everything's dirty in here. I need a shower.
Hide all the towels. Already took care of that, Shane.
Really?
Had surgery last week. Can't drive Miss B for a while. Oh, no.
Aww.
I'm sorry, Lonnie. I hope you're feeling better, honey. That as we get older, surgery is the last thing we want, no matter what. But I guess we're all doomed in our own way eventually. Boss Heather's on the way. Double your efforts. It's a shop, dirty habits. I keep it pretty straightened up, but it's just I'm in dirty clothes all the time in here, so I'm sitting on all the seats around here, and then that's it. Everything ends up dirty as crap. I got to watch the weather over the next 2-3 weeks. If it is going to get really nasty, though, I might get a window AC and put it in here because I have the.
I mean, it's super hot. How hot is it in here?
It's 88. It was 90 when I come in, so it dropped 2 degrees.
You want me to do this, you're going to have to cool it down.
I was going to do it in the office down the house with the air on, but I don't know. I just like being up here when I'm doing a live chat now.
I like this better.
Yeah, I think it's a better setup. I have the sub panel that I put in here, so it can definitely handle.
Hi, Vicky.
Everything with an AC. Vicky, how are you? Oh, I talked to Scott about Vicky. I'll tell you when we're done here. My friend's wife went into the hospital, and I didn't get to tell Heather what went on. I forgot about it earlier.
I think I asked you like 10 times today.
I know, but I called him right before I come up here. Stop sitting around and start working. Heather, we told Slade get a window AC.
Yeah.
It is a little rough in here. I like the door open is the problem, though. I mean, I do, Lonnie. I have a fan in a one window right now, but I think it's just so hot out that.
Where's your big fan? You have your big fan down there. It's not even turned on.
It's loud.
Oh.
It's real loud. I can't even use it when I'm filming, but it's strong. And let me see. Window AC, go 220, since your panel can handle it now. Definitely auto, yeah. And it would probably be, I was always told that 220 is easier on the electric than 110. I don't know. I mean, I'm not an electrician, but that's what I've heard. Heather, tell him to get portable AC. He needs to make it comfortable in there for you.
Thank you.
I bet you Kendall told him to say that. And Lord Mark, how are you, bud? Ruby is with me at the paragliding competitions in Chelan. It's been warm here. And hello, Ruby. That is awesome. Awesome. I think it's just really warm everywhere. Can you ask crew about the window cranks for me? Window cranks. You want... I'm trying to remember, Scott, because I get so many messages. You want something stronger, or did you need something offset? I'm trying to remember now what that was. I had to get some diesel today on my Mitsubishi toilet. No, AC almost died fried. Oh, I'll bet, Duarte. I'll bet. I had the AC on in our Grand Cherokee today. I mean, it was fine. It was comfortable, but it felt like it should have been colder. Unless I'm expecting too much. It was 95.
It was really hot today.
So, I mean.
You don't be messing with my Jeep.
No, I don't touch your Jeep. I already know. We see, got that. I was lucky enough to get a mini split last summer. It's been amazing. I can use the garage so much more now. I've seen that at Lowe's, Baja, mini split. I don't really comprehend them very well. I'm not an HVAC guy, but I did see a mini split they had on display there, and I thought, wonder how that would work. Another good news to share with everyone. Today is one of those things I never thought would ever happen. After 42 years today, I got to meet my biological brother.
Awesome.
Hey, that is cool, Alita.
Oh
my God, that had to make your whole weekend.
That's wonderful.
Congrats. That is sweet. I have 42 years, too.
You didn't even clue me in on it.
Wow.
At all.
That is awesome, honey.
That's
I am really happy
wonderful.
for you. Shows what a close-knit community this is, in all honesty. And let me see. It's one of our standard Beetle stock replacement, 68 and up. I'm going to be using, I have the link, but mine are going to be all metal or an aftermarket one, but they're offset. Micro on here actually bought a set of them. But they're offset because of the custom upholstery on mine. So I don't know, besides the stock ones, which are kind of poopy sometimes. Hey, Slade, if you have a vid installed past your side mirror, will you send me a link? We need one for Liam Super. We'd love to get some guidance before I attempt this. You know, Toby, that's funny you said that, because I was literally, before I paint the car, I'm going to do the doors soon. I was literally looking at installing a passenger mirror on the door. So just keep in check with me over the next 7 to 10 days, because when I do order one, I will do a video on it. There's no doubt. Anybody got any portable AC ideas for the Bug? You know what, Dr. Loomis? There was I forget who it was. Somebody on our group on Facebook was testing out an electric one for the Beetle, so they didn't have to put it on the motor and lose power that way. I imagine you'd need a bigger alternator, but somebody was testing it out. I can't remember. Might have been Zoltan. The window crank she recommended me for the cuss door panels worked out perfect, if that's what he's looking for. Yeah, he's not looking for the, like we needed, James. We needed that extra space where it was kicked out. But one thing I could say is they're strong. I don't have mine in hand yet. You already do, but they're strong door handles or window cranks. And Alita, that's awesome. Alita, I got to meet my biological sisters a few years ago after 66 years. Wow, Lonnie. But you know what? At least you got to meet them. That's the main thing for all you gals. I mean, that is so awesome. I couldn't imagine an overwhelming feeling like that. Happy Worldwide VW Beetle Day from Lisa, and thank you. I seen that all over Facebook today. Sad part is I didn't even know about it. Went out to lunch day, went to the bathroom, was washing my hands, saw a sign on the wall. It said, for a good time, call. I thought it was a fun day. Let's mess with them. I called. My wife answered.
That was wrong.
Keith, that was bad. I take it you're feeling a little better today.
At least he's in good spirits.
Making sure my phone didn't go off now. Those mini splits are really good. Heat and air. Yeah, I do have heat up here. I got the 220 line hooked up and got heat. I get it to about 55 in here and shut it off because in the winter you're in a sweatshirt. But I did see them mini splits at Lowe's just the other day. I don't know how cheap they were though, but I was kind of catching some interest in those. The window cranks, AW Jorvik installed a few of the window videos back, look pretty boss. And you know what? There's so many out there. Oops, there we go. There's so many out there. It's just the stock ones, the plain old stock ones, they're not like they used to be, especially the aftermarket. Fernando, what is up, brother? Welcome in. And Mark just stepped in. It was hot today, and you guys were as hot as we were. This coming week's going to be nasty, even up your way. Oh, yeah, we're going to get it. There's no doubt. And I got no choice. I got to be in the garage. But at least I got the grass done. Trust me, I'd love to have an air conditioner, but I like my door open. I get more lighting for when I'm filming, if that makes any sense. And let me see here. Electric ones I've seen just told me they put a heavy draw on the alternator. James, that's a thing I didn't know. You know what I mean? I figured it was going to, so I don't know what size alternator you would have to even have to have an electronic AC in a Beetle. I got a tranny for my $65 swing axle, but it's got 4 lug drums. Do I have to do anything to use my wide 5 drums? I never ran into that before. I mean, my swing axle is a 4 lug, you know what I mean? But I've never messed with the 5 drums yet, to be honest with you. I don't know. I would think that I don't know if the snout is different on the drum for the depth of it. That I don't know. Smoke Shop, what is up? Yep, I checked those out. Possibility price, so a birthday present for yourself. And sounds like Doggone had a pina colada song moment. Bill, what is up? We had the Gantry and I cruise on our 6.2 vert last weekend.
Nice.
I seen those photos on Facebook, Bill. That is so awesome. That's got to make kids happy. It really, really does. You can get the mini splits online, real reasonable. That'd be perfect for the garage, but I think a small swamp cooler would do well enough in there. I have to see this swamp cooler. Is that where you put ice in it or something? Or is that what that is? Mm-hmm. I didn't know if I was just thinking of something stupid, but I
didn't believe if it worked or not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to make a lot of ice though.
Yeah.
I would need 7 tons of AC for my shop. And 3G Craftsman, you can put window panels in your garage door for better light. I do have window panels, and sadly, I had kind of fogged them over so people couldn't look in because we got people with sticky fingers.
Yeah.
Sadly. Sling, what is up? Must have all the Volkswagen stuff packed for the move. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's half the battle, honestly. And Dave, welcome in, and Paul Penner. And I have something to share. Long trips with no AC. I get a cooler and put an old exhaust heater core in. Oh, I just bumped the chat. Wait a second. Okay. Exhaust heater core inside and filled with ice and a fan on the lid and a tube to aim anywhere. Well, that is pretty cool, in all honesty.
Not a bad idea.
Mini splits are what a lot of motels have there, heat and air. And Evening Dave, and that's at Auto. Don't mess with swamp coolers, Slade. We have them out in AZ, and most people don't like them because they create a lot of mold. Oh, I didn't know about that. Work well in low humidity environments. And when ice goes low, just stop at the gas station and refill. Remember the old ones, they used to have on the passenger window, big round cylinder that hung on the passenger window back in the 50s, yeah. I think. You remember seeing them? Mm-hmm. Those were pretty cool. Y'all need to send a Calvary. Where do we go here? To Dave's and help him finish up. I wished I could. And Swamp Cooler uses water and radiator type technology. The garage would be water cooled. A buddy of mine has industrial size, 6 foot. It gets cold. I'm going to have to look into that. It can't hurt. I mean, I would like to cool it down a little wee bit in here if possible. It would be helpful when I'm working. And thank you, Keith, for the donation. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate that. I just put a heart on there. And let me see, can I like that? Oh, don't let me do that. Thank you, dog. I really appreciate that, Keith. That was very nice of you. No ice needed, just water. And thank you so much. Heather technically have found me and showed up at my door at 3 p.m. today while I was making dinner.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Wow.
Geez, me, I never answered my door, so that
neither do I.
And Heather don't. Somebody will knock the door and she just looks at me and looks back.
I just sit there and do what I'm doing.
That's
awesome.
That had to change your day.
Good for you.
Slade, I went on a motorcycle ride again today with my wife. I wish the whole group. 212 bikes. The ride was police led. We all had a great time. That being said, I finally got my 71 on jack stands. Oh, that is awesome, Good. Paul. I rode my whole life. I love riding. I don't like all the people texting now with driving because, man, it changed the way people drive. There's no doubt about that. Mm-hmm. But at least the 71's on stands. I mean, that had to feel good on the bike, though, having that air hit you a little bit today. They don't work well in high humidity. Works in the desert of Utah, but super dry here. Yeah, it's not dry here. We have some very high humidity.
I'm sweating, literally. Yeah. Just
it's yeah, it's still 88 in here. I can't get it below that. I think it got more humid as the night went on. I mean, they do sell. My garage is only a 14 by 23, and I have. Well, you can't see it on video, but I have my ceiling blocked off with pink board or whatever it's called because my roof is a peak and there's a big vent across the top. So in the winter, all the heat was just going right up and out. So I blocked that off, and a 14 by 23 garage with about an 8-foot ceiling, or maybe a little taller than that. I could probably just get a window unit, regular AC, and throw it in a window and cool it down, if need be. Current project is an 05 Vulcan 800, been sitting for 10 plus years. You know that I always wanted the, this is going way back, but when I was a kid, didn't have a whole lot of money, the Kawasaki Eliminator that came out. And I'm not saying nothing about it being like the fastest bike or anything crazy, but that Eliminator just had a nice style to it. And I wanted one so bad when I was young. Guess what I didn't get? I had a lot of other bikes, though. One window unit would work fine. That's what I thought, Craftsman. I mean, my garage isn't that big. That's why I'm lucky to get the Beetle in a couple weeks on the dolly so I can move it side to side when I'm working on it. It makes it easier to film. And from Finland, I will try here, Mia Vaughn. And I hope I pronounced that right. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. We have 70 people and only 42 likes. So if you could please hit the like button, I'd really, really appreciate that. And yeah, they were cool. I like the Eliminators. There was just a nice style to them. I really wanted one badly. And are we playing Shirts versus Skids? A one way deep breath, don't freak out. Spider on your cute little shoulder. Justin and Ashley, what is up?
Oh, you mean the devil? He talks to me. He tells me to do things, and I just ignore him.
Thank goodness for
That's
that.
What that means.
And be careful, Slade. Heather,
hi, guys.
if it gets too hot in there, you should get back to AC quickly. Yeah, I mean, it's tolerable for the amount of time we're in here tonight. You know,
I'd rather be hot in the sun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're in the sun, it almost feels like, yeah, okay.
And you worked in the sun a lot lately. Heather had to redo the whole pond again. And it's not a small pond. It's 14, 15 feet long, like 8, 10 feet wide, 3 feet deep. But she did it because the picnic's coming up and a few people are coming by to check out the yard and the pond and that. So,
well, my thing is like, I'm excited over the new fish you got me.
Yeah, picked up some new fish.
Skeleton koi. They look like a skeleton. It is cool.
I've never even seen them.
So cool. They're so cool.
That was the first time I've ever seen those, in all honesty. Justin and Ashley need to visit soon.
Yeah, where have you guys been?
Oh, they're having fun. They're
young.
On
their cruise ships.
Justin just had his birthday, and Eliminator was badass back in the day. It was auto. I don't know when that was, like 80 or 81 or 82. I can't remember now, but it was just a cool bike. I liked the layout, the way the seat was and everything. And oh, did I want one? I'd still grab one today if I could. The humidity is what sucks. It does. The humidity is what beats me up. I mean, when it's hot out, but the humidity is not high, I feel like I'm 18 again and can roll around. But the humidity just, it hurts. Walmart has portable 10,000 AC unit, 179. And truthfully, Keith, that's probably all I would need in here, to be honest with you.
900 years, though. Cool it down.
No, not in here. Truthfully, it wouldn't.
What are you looking at? Where's your thing?
I would need what's what?
Where's your thermometer?
Right here. I moved it.
Oh. It's almost 90 in here.
No, it's 88.
Oh my goodness, he's lying. It's almost 90.
It's 88 in here.
He says 88 to make it sound not as bad.
Oh, it's in the 80s.
But it's closer to 90.
But it's
closer to 90.
It's 80s.
I was down in the AC with my kids, enjoying myself.
Your kids are hairy and they stink.
I know.
My dog needs a bath. It's strange. 9:30 at night, like 90 degrees out. Oh yeah, Justin, no doubt, because you're not far from me, and you're feeling the same effect. Although you're kind of countryside, so I was wondering, like, you may have more of a breeze, like you're more an opening. I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to say. I've never ran my Beetle with climate that hot. Do they overheat easily? What's the hottest you would go for a ride? Darte, I drove mine year-round years ago. I'd never had a problem. If you have everything set up properly, you're fine. I always ran a thermostat on mine, though. You know, I always did. You ever tell you to bake those damn chocolate chip cookies? I like it when it's hot out at night. You're doing something cool outside all night, like golfing or cow tipping. Cow tipping, I forgot about that.
I have a cow in my living room right now.
Picked up on that and that. Get it together, people. Get the likes up.
Hit that like button.
Yep, we got 61 people and 53 likes.
Oh.
So we need a couple more.
I'm not coming in here no more if they're not going to hit the like button.
Good ventilation in the attic space will help AC efficiency. Yeah, funny you brought that up, Craftsman. In the house, I have a ranch home, and sounds odd, but there's one room upstairs, and then the other part is the attic, which is blocked off. And I forgot to open the window in the attic part because I have a ridge vent all the way across the roof. If I open that window, it seems to let it out. But 5-6 years ago, I forget when, they put a new roof on the house, and I had a electric exhaust fan put in with the temperature control to pull heat out. I swear it dropped the top floor like 15 degrees.
15 degrees.
But this year, Heather's like, wow, it's really hot up there. I went up and the fan's not working. So I guess I got 5 years out of the fan. I'm hoping I can maybe snap a picture and grab a model number and pull the motor out of it and change that instead of the whole thing, the whole unit. Slade, speaking being hot, have you tried pineapple pizza yet? I should have one delivered while you're in chat. No, I haven't yet. I'm actually trying to watch my carbs lately. I'm trying to lose weight. That's not been easy. Although I did lose altogether 12 pounds in the last month.
Doing good.
So I'm getting there. Dog, I saw that today. And Coach, red light came on, not hot. There we go. Was a charging issue. Primarily the generator shaft was dirty, corroded. Brushes weren't sparking. I sprayed W40 communicator, raced the engine to scrub it clean. Red light off. Oh, nice, Coach. That's awesome. A lot of times people get too quick and they'll change out everything, their alternator, wiring, and everything, instead of what you did there, clean the system up and boom. So that is awesome. I like to hear stuff like that. Now, remember, I lived in Butler, Colorado before. And wait, I got to scroll back.
You're all a mess up here.
Yeah, I'm bumping it and it's jumping. I agree with Heather. That might as well be 100. Next Sunday, back in the house. One with a dehumidifier, 209. That might not be a bad idea that way. Last week, you said something about running the fuel line down the heater channel, and I couldn't find that video anywhere. No, I didn't do a video on that on the Super Beetle, but I am going to do one on this relatively, like, really soon, within the next 2 to 3 weeks. I have to buy the fuel line, though, because I looked on the wall, and the fuel line that I have, I'm going to stretch it out. I'm looking at it right now. It's that silver line up there.
I know what a fuel line is.
I don't think I have enough, and I don't want to 2-piece it.
No, you don't have enough.
No, I don't think there is.
No.
But I will stretch it out just to see. But I am going to run it down the heater channel. So if you can hang in there 2 to 3 weeks tops, I do a pretty extensive video when I do stuff like that. Henry just subscribed but can't say hi, so I'm saying hi for him, and he also gave a thumbs up. Thank you, Henry. I appreciate that, brother. It takes 2 weeks for it to allow you into the live chat. That's to keep spam and stuff out of here, But thank you, Henry. I really, really appreciate that very much. And 83 here in Staten Island. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're in Staten. Are you still making it, Wayne, to the picnic? I think we were talking about that just recently. 32 Celsius, still too hot. Anything above 77, your coin purse sticks to your inner thigh over flapjack and a church pancake breakfast. Mine came without a thermostat, but the weather here never gets below 10 degrees. So has never bothered to put one back on because the fins are gone as well. Oh, man. Well, if your flaps are not in there, or angled the right way, you're okay. I just run them because I like to. I've done a couple videos on thermostats. My dogs answered the door, but my husband answered because he was about to curse him out thinking it was a solicitor. That fan will also help with life on the roof as well. Yeah, you know what? Somebody else did tell me that. I guess all the heat beating underneath it. I definitely need to check the motor. I'm hoping I can replace the motor and not the whole fan and have it ripped out of the roof, the whole ensemble. Somebody should sell it. Too hot to bake us down, chocolate cookies, soft review until it's a chiller and border war ends and we allow U.S. mail again.
Okay, so I'm off the hook for right now. Okay.
Just check for some debris in the attic fan. If the motor is bad, we have a really good electric motor repair place not by me. Just let me know. Oh, I didn't know I could have that done, Justin. Well, you just made me happy. I did check. I got power going to it and everything. When they put it in, they told me to set it to 110 degrees. And they said, or if not, it'll just run nonstop. But I set it to 90, and I think it just kept running forever. But it really did work. But you know what? I'll go ahead and check for some debris. Everything did look clean up in there. but I'll check that and I'll get back to you because I'd like to. I mean, I'll pay. I have no problem doing that. But I definitely want it fixed like sooner than later because it is really hot upstairs.
Yeah, that's my get ready room.
But I'd rather have that one repaired than buy another one. So that might be beneficial. I appreciate that.
Sweating while you're putting makeup on.
I didn't wear no makeup tonight.
I know, I can tell.
Maybe is that eliminator new? Do you mean the cowl eliminator? That was back in the early 80s, if that's the one you mean. Oh, I like those. Good on the video for the fuel line. I have 2 people waiting on that. We actually talked about that last week. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with, I got to talk to my one buddy and see what he used. I have still line up there, although I still believe that would make it. I think I have enough. But if not, I'm going to get the...
It doesn't look like very much.
Beetle's not very long.
I know, but that doesn't look very much.
Because I pressure tested the one inside the tunnel, and mine is sealed. It's clean. I just got a bad feeling that...
I mean, you might just make it.
It'll be close.
I would rather not just make it.
Yeah, I know. I'll find out. I just don't want to get the car on the road and then go, I smell gas in the tunnel. And, it's better off probably putting a new fuel line. But I like them external down the heater channel tucked up inside. And yes, and that means he's coming to the picnic. And they were making the eliminator again, I think. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, nice. Wonder if it's going to look similar to what it did. I just was really fond of that bike. Okay, Wayne will be here from Staten Island. And George said the motor is definitely replaceable. I did mine and found it online. Thank you, George. If Justin can't get that fixed for me, then at least I know I can buy one. I don't know the brand or what it is, but I never thought it would lower the temperature in the bedroom upstairs as much as it did. And I was shocked that we got a lot of bugs coming in now. I was shocked at how much it did lower that temperature, but I'll go up and take a look at it, mess with it. If I can't get it right, then I got to get it fixed. There's no doubt about that. It made more of a, it might help my first floor too. Or I'm probably overthinking that. I'm not sure. Any attic vent system needs an inlet and an outlet for fresh air to come in and push hot air out. Yeah, Craftsman, I have a window clear at the end of the attic, and when I open that just to kind of, like you just explained, the system, where the air's coming in and pulling air out. And I do have a vent all the way across the peak. I'm sure it helps a little bit anyhow, but I really wanted that electric.
Good for the main house, but it's not good for my room.
Yeah, I don't know.
My room has a flat roof on it.
Yeah, but it's still, you're getting that heat from the wall from the attic. That's what's coming over there.
It's just hot.
We need AC up there, You see, fresh push out. Good, it gives me more time to work on the electrical issues. Let's do hard thighs, make the Velcro sign, getting in the bed and wake up. The crime scene out there and drip all over the cookie dough. I keep the house at about 72. I don't go no lower than that, or it just seems to keep running and running. I have 2 parking lights working finally, the rest not so much. That takes time, Rick. I mean, just find a chart and follow it really good. I thought J-Bugs had a nice wiring diagram on their website. Right, a fan growing up had a timer, not thermostat. Oh, mine has a thermostat. It don't have a timer on it. So I just kind of cranked it too low. I think in 5 years of it, it got tired. How many cars is too many cars? 2. Just kidding. You can never have enough cars, Jonathan. And Dorte said, this question is for both of you. What's your favorite dashboard year? I'd say 67 and back. She likes the metal dash too. So
yeah, definitely 67 and back.
Yeah,
definitely.
I do like the years that they didn't have the gas gauge on the dash. I like them kind of blank, but it is what it is, But I
like gauges though.
Yeah, added. She does like it.
I like
the vintage looking gauges. They're expensive. Gotta run and get Liam. Have a great night, everyone. Good night, Heather and Slade. Hey, good night, Toby.
Good night.
Thank you so much, by the way, for purchasing the magnets. That goes to Heather's email. She just told me earlier.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you like them. I really do. magnets and stickers. I think everybody's eating them or something.
I'll get them sent out Tuesday morning.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Toby. And tell Liam thank you. And Duke, what is up? How are you, brother? And I have a request to make. Are you going to get hats in the store? I don't think they have.
They have them.
Is that this one?
Yeah. I mean, do you like that? Because the problem with them is as I try to put the logo on them and it don't work because they only want you to use a thin area. So that's why I just did that. So I'll do what I can, but they don't give you a big area on the hat. You would think they would be able to print all of that, but they don't.
We wanted to get, I mean, this just has the built, oh, there we go, the built not bought. I wanted to get them embroidered, you know, with the Beetle on them and that.
That'd be nice.
Wow, are they expensive?
Very expensive.
I can't believe what embroidery costs. Unless we get embroidered patches and then stitch them onto hats and do that, you know. Yeah. I'm thinking about installing emergency hood latch cable in my 72 Super, maybe going to the inside of the right fender. Have you ever done anything like that, heard anything like that? I have never put like any type of aftermarket one on mine, to be honest with you. I never tried to do that. Obviously, it won't be that hard as long as you get hooked up to that main latch underneath there. And I'm trying to catch up here. I got way behind. And there's a brand new eliminator. This year, or 73 Super Beetle leaks so much I parked with empty Mickey's beer bottles. Oh, wow. I forgot about the wide mouth Mickeys. Do they still sell those? I forgot about them. Although I guess they do. I believe Das Customs just did a video on the fuel line going down the side not too long ago. Yeah, that's what I do. I run it underneath the heater channel going back. I use special clamps that are actually really cheap, and I run them off of the factory bolts. So it kind of looks factory. But it's really not that hard to do until you get back near the transaxle when you're going up over it. You got to watch. But I have little tricks that I do back there. Don't seat away those lies. Heather's shoulder might get hungry. Slade, does anyone out there still make it over the windshield sun visor for the Supers? The Supers, I don't see why they wouldn't fit. You know what I mean? I wanted to run a sun visor, and Heather's like, no. And I had one on my 68 before, and I thought it was really cool. I had it down really low. It almost looked like a chop top, you know, coming towards you. But
tell him no.
But I think they do.
No, he'll listen to you guys. Don't let him do it.
Just check new eliminator is kind of nice in a 2025 kind of way. Okay, I knew what you meant by that. I'll take a look at it then, because I didn't know how close it would be to the old one. You know what I mean?
Do you have a magazine or something?
A magazine? What the hell are you doing?
It's hot.
Anyhow, Mr. Corey, what is up, Herman? How are you, brother? Thank you for coming in. I'll be seeing you in 3 weeks. It's coming up fast. It really, really is. And you messing with that rag top yet? Because I know you were messing with the bus, and then you got quiet. You're like hiding in the background doing stuff. I want to see. I'm nosy. Who's that person in the window that keeps plucking up behind? Heather.
I don't even care at this point. I'm so hot. I don't care. I hope they steal me. At least they'll have AC maybe in their car.
Agree on the dash being metal as well. Yeah, I took the pad off of mine, and it helped somebody out, which was cool because mine was like new. But I got to plug 4 holes. I should do that this week and sand my dash down and get it painted so that's out of the way. And yeah, I like that hat.
Okay, but are those are not in the store? Didn't I put those in the store?
I don't think you did.
I didn't?
No, I don't think. I've been wearing mine.
I thought I put it in the store.
I like it. I mean, it's, you know, I can't get stuff to go clear on this camera, but it fits good and everything. It's nice quality. I'll have Heather check tomorrow the store, and then I'll post it if they're in there. I didn't know if you did. I didn't pay attention. The leather patch on hats are popular now. Maybe look into them. I'll look into that, ball. I will. I just see embroidery is like, wow. Who using for merch? I've been looking at Fourth Wall quite seriously. I only use Bonfire. I tested a couple places out.
Quality
And
was horrible.
yeah, the quality was bad. I played guinea pig before anybody knew, and I was testing products and wearing them and doing stuff. And Teespring was horrible.
Theirs don't last. It looks nice when you get it.
Yeah.
But wow, it does not last.
Yeah, as soon as you wash it, it's
Wow.
over. Gotcha. I made you look over at Heather get the glass. And she knows it's a small beer at the hockey rink. Yeah, when you go there, the beers are a little expensive. Electric uses are my nightmare since my injury built. I can't get the generator light to turn off. I don't know the wiring wrong. My regulator is new, by the way, but I heard it's possible to burn them. Well, you can burn the regulator up. I mean, if you did something wrong, I mean, it happens in all sincerity. I still think you should sell patches. You know what, Fernando?
Find.
I've probably had 100 people ask that so far about patches. I get a lot of that in my email.
You guys get any leads on places that make them?
Yeah, it's honestly the embroidery is. We were going to buy an embroidery machine, but once we started looking into everything, I was like, wow, it's ridiculous what stuff costs right now. But you are right, Fernando. I should look into that a little deeper. I didn't realize the magnets went crazy. The built not bought magnets. I guess people are putting them in their glove box or toolbox.
Envelope
you
more
know.
stickers and magnets.
Yeah. Heather's
I
always...
even went. My writing hand is done.
I think fruiting my Mickey's Wide Mouse was the point of Mickey's Wide Mouse. I never drank one. I don't think I did. I can't remember now.
That was my first beer.
Yeah, your dad.
My dad.
Jankos.
My dad gave me one.
Gen X, they all did that to us.
I was like 10.
Back on the topic of just chopping the roof. Oh, I'd like to chop the roof on mine. I don't have the nerve. Her roses are willing to have some ice packs in the freezer. Yes, myself and my new wife, Renita, will be there.
Awesome.
And congratulations, Mr. Corey. You have a beautiful wife. I had the pleasure of meeting her. And congratulations.
Such a beautiful couple.
You guys are awesome together. And I really mean that. I'm not just saying that. You really are. I'm excited. I really am. This is coming up quick with 3 weeks to go. Peeping Tom.
Nobody's peeping on me.
No hats in the store. Bob checked. Okay. We'll have to. Whoa. Oh, what that was.
It's a lightning bug. Oh, it's a lightning bug. Don't swat it.
I didn't even do nothing. Let me see here. Okay, Bob said there's no hats in the store. So
okay, I'll do it.
I'll have Heather work on that tomorrow. And Bill said, new to the live, but been following you for a while and have learned a lot. Thank you, Bill.
Awesome.
And I appreciate you being here. We do the live chats every Sunday night during the summer. And then in the winter, I move it to Friday nights. I think I will convert to an alternator. I never had the light come on at idle running one. Truthfully, Mark, I did a video on the wiring for switching over from generator to alternator probably just a few months ago. So, yeah, this is dirty. And the wiring, the way I showed the conversion, you'll be surprised. You don't have to add or remove or anything. You're just switching some wires around to do the conversion. Just call it a sauna. Enjoy the sweat. Built not bought Slades. That's a good way of spelling it. Worthwhile is supposed to be good quality, no minimums and fair prices, just FYI. Thank you. I'll take a look at that, actually. Fourth Wall. I'll take a look at them. Because if I can even get better prices for people, as long as they're good quality, that's what matters. What's wrong?
Turning it off.
I think Heather's trying. I just seen her pop in.
I was trying to
ask the local Little League team who makes their stuff. Yeah, that's probably a smart move there because they always get good quality stuff. I'll be right back. Got to go let my wolf pack outside for the night. Sounds good, Alita. We'll be here for a little bit yet. And my company uses a few local companies for our T-shirts. We like the T-shirts made by a company called Bella Canvas. The shirts last a long time and are super soft and comfortable. Wow, maybe this can open some new doors for me then. And I like Bonfire. I have no issues with them whatsoever. The only problem is it usually takes a couple of weeks to get your product. It's the only downfall.
Yeah.
Stickers, magnets, I keep them at home. I buy them in bulk and I keep them at home because Heather ships them out then in thank you cards. Ninja Transfers makes patches. I've used them for DTA transfers and I've been happy with the quality. Not tried a patch yet for the business. I'll have to check into all these. Ninja Transfers. Yeah, because a lot of people were asking about patches. I didn't think anybody would be interested in them, to tell you the truth. So we got to look fourth wall.
I screen capped them.
Oh, did you? Okay. And Ninja Transfers.
I got that in a screen cap.
Okay, good. Heather have a friend with a pond like yours, and he can't find anything to keep things from getting his fish. Ooh, we were dealing with that. He got wiped out by a raccoon after having wire over it.
Wire's not going to stop raccoon or a net. They are very handy with their little hands. I found, which I'm going to buy, is a dome. Tell him to look at on Amazon. They sell dome netting, and it's like, I guess, tent spikes, and it goes over your pond. So you buy like 14 by 10 or whatever size your pond is. You just set it over your pond, and then you can anchor it around it. And then if you have like company or you just want to sit and enjoy your pond, you can take the whole thing off really
just
simply.
Take the thing, fold it, and put it aside, and nobody sees it.
Pond dome netting is what I punched in on Amazon.
Yeah, right now we got a net fishing line around because the blue heron keeps showing up and deciding to eat lunch, and now our fish are, some of them are over a foot long, or maybe longer than that, I guess now. Them blue heron, I know they say they're, don't hurt them, blah, blah, blah. They're wiping out our fish that are not cheap
They bring out the nasty evil in me.
Well, they'll come and spear all your fish and kill them and leave.
Yeah.
They're not even eating them half the time. That's kind of, they're just sick.
Ruthless.
I'm going to get going. Almost 3 a.m. Your exams aren't I? Thank you for a good time. To see you next week. Okay, Dorothy. Hey, good luck on your exams. And thank you for being here. We'll see you next week with an update on your exams. There's a bunch of new companies. Yeah, you know what, Schmo? I haven't looked around because I did Bonfire for a while and then I just never looked again. But I guess that's an always good idea to shop around. That's for sure. And George, I'm alive and looking forward to the picnic. I'm glad you're making the trip, George. That's a long trip. I mean, so we got people coming now. So George, Florida, Wisconsin, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, Maryland, Jersey, New York. I don't even know where else. There's people coming from everywhere. And then PA, you know. I'm glad he's going to make it. I didn't know if he would because George just went through a pretty big move. Does anyone know its size? Screws and a butterfly. My Solux carb, I think it's an M4, but I said, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have one handy. No, I wouldn't. I don't have one handy for that. But I'll bet you if you Google it, you find it on the Sombra real fast because I really don't know that size offhand. And Dennis, what is up? Mark, I used an automatic sprinkler. Seems to work for the blue heron in mine. You know what? I've seen them.
They all have complaints of them leaking.
And he says, I've been wiped out several times before. Get that. Yeah, it's like some say they work, some say they don't. And I was told to get a decoy because they're territorial.
But then it would spray Lily every time she went out back. Yeah. That's where she goes to the bathroom way back.
She cuts through the pond that would whack her before she got there. She's only allowed.
That's all I need.
She's only allowed to go in a designated area.
But that is a good idea if you can get one that actually works, because I've seen bad reviews on them.
Probably depends on where you buy it, in all honesty. Yeah. What brand alternator is the most reliable to purchase? I'm looking to switch over from my generator. Any advice on how many amp is advisable? I've seen a lot of the 65 ampers, which was perfectly fine. I believe it was 65 or 75. Most of these alternators you get are going to be from China now. I don't know if you deep search, like, say, Wolfsburg West or somebody like that, or Southern Cal Imports, but my alternator is Chinese, the one that I bought. But I'm trying to budget a little bit, you know. But my buddy bought a cheapo from Amazon for $60 and it's been running for 3 years. So that's kind of a tough question because there's so many out there. I bought an AC Delco for my last one, an AC Delco, but I didn't know it was Delco went to China. I had no idea. I wasn't paying attention, and it worked for about an hour and then it broke. So you don't want to do that. But I would do a little bit of research, Wayne, because there's so many out there. when you do the picnic, are you doing a drive-by of a seniors home or vet centers for kids or hospital? No, where we're at, it's going to be hard to get everybody together to take a ride this year. It would be very difficult for that. I'm still getting used to trying to set this up, in all honesty. We had a big bird that was eating fish in our pond. Unfortunately, the bird died. Nasty case of lead poisoning. I know, Justin. So that definitely, what was that?
I don't know.
Something.
As you were reading that, it sounded like something.
Yeah, it sounded like a bat flew in here. And that's what I need to do, Justin. I got to watch because the way the houses are set up near me.
Yeah, but you could never catch this thing. Never.
They come at random times.
If we even bump something in the house, he's gone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I'd have to sit out there 24 hours a day.
You already have a sweatshop in there and get work on the hats live. I stopped getting koi and just stuck with feeders. Still nice looking and grow to a good size. Oh, I agree, Dennis.
Well, I did that, Dennis. And I said, that's it. I'm done. He took all my koi. Went to PetSmart or wherever, got a bunch of 10-cent fish, put them all in, thought I was happy. I went back on the koi thing. Now I just got rid of the last of them.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I only have koi in there now.
There's all koi. Hopefully that they stay in there. I mean,
I got 2 little fantail goldfish that are in there that have been there since the beginning.
Oh, yeah, they've been there a while.
So they were like in charge of everything. They're little guys.
They are.
They're hilarious.
We have koi that are like 1.5 feet long, but the little wee ones run the show and go around.
They follow them.
Like a chihuahua leading a pack of
cute.
Dogs. Don't forget to smash that like button, people. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. We have 56
hit the
likes
button.
And extra Teflon tape on fittings to help with leaks. And there we go. Oh, he was saying for the sprayer. Extra Teflon.
Okay.
I was just realizing what he said.
I thought it maybe had something to do with the car.
That's where my brain went. And I thought, wait, we're not water cooled. We ran string back and forth across the surface of the pond. It prevents spawning birds from being able to blade. Yeah, that's what we did. 50-pound fish line back and forth.
We did, and then we have video of him standing right in the middle of it.
It was one of the security cameras kicked on, and he was standing on the cord.
That's when he took one of my big koi. And
then they look at the camera. It's almost like creepy. It's like Jurassic Park stuff or something.
So now I got a net fishing line and
cameras.
I've got motion detectors that go off and sirens. And,
if I could,
and it doesn't matter
quick enough, if I could get my Rottweiler out the door, but then it wouldn't make it out of here. But it's just tough because it's so random. The camera will go off. I look at my phone. I'm like, oh crap! And about the time I get out,
and everybody says morning and early evening. No, this guy shows up 2:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, he don't care. There's 2 of them though.
There's 3.
3? Okay, I know there was a blue one and a white one.
2 herons and an eggert, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
The white ones with the yellow.
Right. I don't know what those are called. I saw that conversion video, and that's what got me thinking more about it. I just bought everything to rebuild my generator. Oh, well, I can sell it. Well, the generator is not a bad thing. They're actually, I like the generators. Long as you have an old school one, and you're rebuilding it with good parts, they're honestly nice. Delay on the dang cams. I have Ring cameras. They're
not bad.
Not bad.
We did the sirens.
Yeah, it didn't
you know how like the spotlight cam, you put the siren on. We were screaming into it.
Yeah, because we weren't home.
And then the little sensor I have was blaring. It didn't care. It just literally looked. But if it heard my son's truck.
Yeah.
It took off. Yeah,
my son lives up the street. She got the phone and said, we're not home. Get to the house now. He shut the door in his truck and boom, it took off. I mean, dinner time for us. You guys have a good night. Catch you on the flip side. Good night, Nate, and your beautiful family. I don't know if they're watching, but I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Thanks for being here, brother. Me and him talk a lot of messages back and forth. He's actually a good guy. You did the fishing line too and didn't work there. Relentless, yet the slightest sound, they were airborne.
Yeah, you're right. It's like they got used to the sirens.
Yeah. Or
something. Maybe a lot of people do that and they're used to it.
And that's exactly it. Mm-hmm. Schmoke said egret. Is that white one? Is that what that is?
Egret.
Yeah,
egret.
That white one.
Yeah, it's white with yellow.
I'm back making grilled ham and cheese sandwiches. Ooh,
That sounds good.
I'm hungry. They called it an egret. Yeah, it was definitely not the blue heron when I looked out the window the
You
one
made
time.
me regret my life.
Yeah, that was about it. Good night, Bill. Have a great week, brother. Thank you for being here. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. And I still run the 73 Gen on my Beetle. Find a China alt. Whoops. That lasts that many years. Yeah, them old generators are good. They really, really are, in all sincerity. Electrify some chicken wire with fence charger. Might take care of it. Then you can have a nice dinner after. We were just talking about electric, Justin, the other night about that. Because I think that would solve the issue real fast. And Michael, Mr. Cross, hello. Sorry, I've not been on your show for a couple weeks. I finally tracked down transmission for my trike. It is for a fastback squareback VW automatic. Oh, Mike, and welcome back in. Those automatics from the fastback, they're strong. Somebody had told me when I was going to pick up a fastback for Heather, I don't know if you look back on that video where we looked at one, but it was too far gone. It had an automatic in it, and I thought that's kind of nice for a change. A little bit of research, and it's worth your right.
Yeah.
They were something about for the buses or something, but they made them automatic so overkill for them fastbacks that they're almost impossible to blow up. Well, I shouldn't have said that. Anything you blow up, but that was a good choice, brother. Very good choice. I'm a strong believer. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, that's the truth. Yeah, you're right about that on everything. Egret, they just will kill everything in your pond.
I heard they're not as big as the heron, but they're
pretty big though.
They're nasty.
Yeah, it's
I think that's who took all my frogs.
Could have.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
I still have frogs, but
the blue heron they try to eat, but them egret or whatever they're called. Yeah, you read online that one day, some guy was really upset because probably had a ton of koi like we did, and he said, wow, they didn't even eat them. They came in and literally just stabbed them all and killed them and left. But don't kill the bird. Yeah, if it comes in my yard, I don't care. It's going bye-byes if I can get a chance at it, Thank you, sir, for the shout out and info. Oh, you're very welcome, Michael. I honestly, that was a really, really good choice on that. Buy some piranhas and dress them up in koi costume. Yeah, that would be interesting.
If I do that, I'm definitely getting a video of it.
It is heartbreaking, Schmoke. It really is. I mean, I am by far a rich man, and the koi kind of add up after a while. So we've been lucky lately, though, but we don't really get a ton of company. But the way Heather has the net and fish line and that, she looked tonight and went, wow, geez, I can't even enjoy my fish.
It's like my pond is completely covered in junk.
Yeah, it's actually a bummer. Piranha might not make the winner.
Yeah.
Neither will the bird. And greetings from Bay A3D. Welcome in and thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. And have you looked at Bunker Branding? They make products for content creators there in Texas. I've not heard what they're into nowadays. No, I've never heard of that. Bunker Branding. That'll be another one that I'm glad you are giving some names here for me to look up because that's always helpful. And Ann, how are you? I put new brushes and springs in my original generator. It worked like new. Oh, that's cool, Annie. That is awesome. I mean, the generators are much better. I think they are. That's just me. If somebody would make a good quality alternator, and maybe some do, and that I don't know about, but everything's just China lately. We lost over 30 fish at once from some sort of parasite.
That scares me because when it gets really hot like this is when they end up getting parasites. And I seen my one flipping the other day and I'm like, but I watched her today and she was fine. But if you use that stuff, it's meta something.
You do put something in there.
It helps.
I forget what it is.
That's a scary thought.
Yeah, I know that
I would have a heart attack.
Yeah, you put some stuff some additive in.
Yeah, it turns the water blue for a couple of days.
Yeah, I do remember dealing with that before. And Rage, hey everyone, had a question for the group. Is running a Sigil 44 IDF a bad idea? Should I wait and go duals? I'm probably the worst one to ask because I always go duals. The singles, and I have known many other people that have messed with the singles. Brian, one of our really good members, I think he might have a 44 in his. It took him forever to get it right. It was just stumbling. It went idle right, and then it had dead spots, and it wasn't from the distributor. You can get a single IDF to run right, but it is a fight to the finish. But, I mean, it's almost kind of like what oil do you want to run? You know what I mean? But I don't like the single IDF. I'm not saying they're not nice. It will wake it up real fast. But if you put duals on, it's a massive difference. It will change your life, and easier to tune than a single. Flashing is a bad sign. I don't know much about that.
They flip and scrape themselves on stuff. She did it for like 2 or 3 times, and then I haven't seen her do it again. But I think I'm going to treat them anyways because the weather's so hot. Right.
I don't know enough about that. I just know you've dealt with it. Good night, George. Yep, 4:30. Be here quick, brother. You be safe too. I'll be seeing you in 3 weeks. I'm so happy you guys are making it. Have a great day tomorrow, brother. I'm thinking if the person in Uruguay, you better leave now if you're driving to the picnic. Yeah, that's a little bit of a haul. And what do we have here? Heather, don't get that pond blue on your skin. It will turn your hands blue for a few days too.
Yeah. That's nasty.
Do you have enough oxygen?
Oh, geez. I have 2 waterfalls and 2 aerators running.
Yeah, there's definitely
enough oxygen.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. Since Heather redid the pond this year, because it was sitting down, I don't know,
about a foot lower than it is now.
Yeah, and now it's like even the fish seem happier, like swimming all around the pond.
Yeah, they're up everywhere.
Yeah, now. It's so deep everywhere, Hey, Bob, what's up? Sorry, we can't make your yearly meetup again. Dang family event miss on us. Well, I have my 70 sleeper there next year for sure. I'll hold you to that, Bob. But I understand. Hey, we all have stuff to do. You know what I mean? And I guess right after the picnic, I'll estimate the size, how many people show up. This place is pretty big, though. And for any weird reason that I feel it's even going to get bigger the following year, which it probably will, it's catching on, because we will have around 200 this year with their Beetles and that. Then I'm going to try to get Keystone Raceway and have vendors there that, want to bring their used parts and sell them, or new vendors, and they have a cafe there. So I'm going to try to get something even. I want it big, big, big. I just want to build this community huge. And let me see here. That would probably Uruguay, a long distance award. Exactly. Baby shower. Oh, baby shower. That's money. Money. We had my daughter's baby shower here a couple years back. It was actually fun, though, in all honesty. But yeah, truthfully, I'm expecting around 200. But like I said, there are going to be some muscle cars there because a few people's Volkswagens weren't done. And hey, we're car guys. There's a 55 Chevy coming. My son's Oldsmobile's coming. There's an old Mustang coming, a 67 Mustang, I think, Bullet. And I think a 41 Ford. There's some old ones. My buddy Donnie, I think he's bringing either his Cougar or his Belvedere, one of the two. But it's mostly going to be all Volkswagens. But I have friends that have some really cool cars that I said, bring them. They're perfectly fine. That's why we can't come. Baby shower. Family first, brother. There's always next year. There's no doubt about it. I completely understand. Are you going to put pop-outs in your car? Yeah. I had the original German ones in there, and I got so nervous because, the original German ones, I took them out and took them down the house and hid them because up the garage stuff gets thrown around, and I didn't want to break them, so I got to put new rubber in them and put the pop outs on. But I think with the vent wings, the sunroof, the pop outs, we got to have good airflow through the car. Terrence, how are you? Just got from me with the customer. Looking forward to the picnic. I'm glad you're coming. I am so glad, Tad. That is awesome, brother. And then I'm going to send you a text or give you a call about something else on a get-together. Let me know what time's good to. I'll text you tomorrow, then you could call me if that's good. And are the OG ones worth a lot? I'll put it this way, brother. Like, I see the new ones, and I'm sure the old glass is better, so to speak. However, I mean, honestly, if you go into Samba classifieds, I think people want too much for stuff on there. So they got the OG ones like tanked up really high. I think they're overdoing it because I seen some on eBay that were somewhat reasonable, but they're worth a lot more than these new ones are, though. Get some plexiglass, some bricks to keep it just below the top of the water. It's just like the sliding door with birds.
I like that idea.
I never thought of that before.
I seen him. He fell once. It was hilarious. I seen it on video.
68 needs AC. Heather 77 out there, believe it or not, is set up for the AC. The pulleys, the fan shroud, and everything. But I don't have the compressor, and all that stuff. I have 2 sets of German pop-outs in the garage. I picked up cheap. Need to offload a set. Oh, if you put them on the marketplace, Justin, but make sure you put original German, blah, blah, blah. They'll be gone in one day. There's no doubt about that. Right on, I have an extra set. Oh, good smoke. Yeah, be careful with them. That's why I hid mine down a house, because I don't have room like you guys do, with my garage. So I didn't want them getting broke up here. I took some of the 68 for my 71. It's $50 too much. I took some off of a 68 for my 71. It's $50 too much. If you got them for $50, that's really cheap. If I'm understanding, what you said there. Yes, you can get pop-outs at swap meets reasonable. Yeah, you know what, Darren? You've got all that fun stuff. Oh, no, $50 is not too much. No. I thought that's kind of what you meant, but I wasn't positive. No, that's actually a really good deal. You might have to just put some new rubber on them. Yes, you get pop-outs at the swap meets. Yeah, Darren, you definitely have more fun swap meets than I do here. We have gyms in Ohio, Columbiana, Ohio, and it's not a bad swap meet. They have that once a year. Actually, the same day as my picnic this year. But we don't have what you guys do down there. Ints are spoiled. You just don't know it. I bought a set at Farmington for $65. That was a good price. That was $50 German pop-outs. Thief. Yeah, I took mine down a house right away. And I don't know. I don't think yours has pop-outs, the blue one. I don't think it does.
I don't remember.
I can't remember if Heather 77 has them now. It's been covered up for a little while. I can't wait to do hers. Oh, that was a bug. Because I'm excited about taking the body off of a chassis on video because I haven't had to do that yet. But her floor pans don't even exist at all. Heater channels are good though. So I'm looking forward to doing that, but I'll probably put German pop-outs in hers, I want to do a little bit of custom work on hers so it just sets out a little bit differently. And I still promised Heather a Nova, so she will be getting a Nova the following year. She wants a box car, 67 and back. Since I sold her Nova, it was an accident. Never leave me alone. But
Yeah, it's like you sold my albums.
Okay, that was an accident. We had a bunch
You
of
gotta
albums.
watch him, man. You leave the house for 5 minutes. He wants to get rid of everything.
Because we have so much stuff. It's like, it's, I don't know. And we don't have clutter. We just have a lot of stuff.
I like my clutter.
I mean, but now I bought a hi-fi. It's a I don't remember what it is. Magnavox, Philco. I really can't remember. It's been nice spinning vinyl again. I bought it off a guy for $200, an older guy. Well, I guess he was my age. He was older, and this thing's in mint condition. I just have to clean the potometers or whatever. I still haven't done it yet, and spray some electrical cleaner in there. It's a little static on the volume knob, but nothing crazy.
All right, bye guys.
Too hot.
It's too hot.
Okay, I'm almost
out
done.
of lemon water.
So. Okay.
Until next time.
We'll do the office next week if it's too hot.
Okay.
What do we got here? It was at a friend's house in a field behind the barn, extremely dried out rubber, and the latch knobs were crumbly. Oh, that's no big deal. As long as you got that glass and the bracket and the screws, at least you know the screws you need. Once you put some new rubbers on them, and I see new knobs online, I think I got to grab new knobs for mine. I think they're crumbly also on mine. Yeah, I do need a bigger building. I don't think that's going to happen now. I highly doubt it. I wanted to move and get a different house with bigger garage. Towels. They'll bring up towels. She'll see these later, all the hugs and good nights. I knew it was getting hot for her up here. I know the heat's tough on her. We're doing an extra video this week. I'm going to be working on the rest of the braking system this week. And I said to Heather, I wanted to put out an extra video this week, and I need her help on it. It's more of a documentary video we're going to do for Volkswagen. And she said, are we doing it up the garage? I'm like, well, yeah, you got to have that atmosphere going on, you know. So there will be an extra video probably at the end of the week or weekend. I'll still have the regular DIY on Friday, but because I'm on my braking system this week and finishing up completely. But I'm doing an extra video, and she's like, you're going to have to check the temperature. I'm like, all right. She don't do well in the heat. She used to years ago. If it was like, I don't know, 100 degrees out, she was perfectly fine. She had no qualms about it whatsoever. But it's like now with the heat, she has a hard time. I think as we get older, our bodies change. Miss Moose and I have around 400 record albums between us. We love our vinyl. Oh, I do too, Moose. I do. I love my vinyl. I see they're selling vinyl again at the stores like Walmart, Target, Best Buy. I don't know. I looked at some and they were like $26 an album, and I'm like, wow. But then again, back in like, you know, the late 70s when I was buying albums, I don't remember what they cost then, so I don't want to like lie. But I thought they were around 10 to 12 bucks then. So fast forward 45 years, it's probably about right. There's a flea teak near me, and I don't know where this guy gets them. Maybe estate sales, but he has thousands of albums, and I've bought quite a few already for 10 bucks a pop, and they're clean. So I was really happy about that. But there was a place down in Shady Side or Pittsburgh, the Attic. I can't remember the name of it. I thought it was the Attic or something. I seen them on YouTube, and they're supposed to have like 30,000 albums there, all segregated from rock, pop, easy, whatever, bubblegum crap. But I want to go down there really bad because I can take a couple $100 and probably get a lot more vinyl. But I have to clean them potometers or whatever. I still didn't do it yet because the balance, the bass and treble, the volume, when I move them around, everything is fine, but they're staticky. And if I bump the button, they're fine. So I bought the electrical spray. I'm just dreading taking it apart and getting up in there and trying to do it. I wished I could just pull the knob and spray down in there, but I don't think that's possible. But I did buy the electric spray for it. So I'll probably watch a couple YouTube videos and see how it's done. But I love the hi-fi. I even have a Bose radio in my kitchen, Bose Wave Sound or something like that. And it sounds okay. It's not bad. But nothing sounds like them old hi-fis. Oh, just sounds like a concert. I feel like listening to it. Let me see. There was an estate sale right down the road from me in Rome, Georgia. This weekend had over 30,000 albums. Oh, wow. That's a shame you missed that, Moose. Wow. You could have did really good there. Some original classic rock albums of the 70s can go for big bucks. Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about that, Wayne. I I sold a bunch of mine off years ago because I got rid of my hi-fi, had a bunch of kids. I'm like, these are sitting in the attic, are going to end up warped, and I got rid of a couple hundred of them. Oh, I'm really upset. I even had, you guys probably won't remember this, some will. I had all like, everything from Nugent to Triumph to Led Zeppelin, Stones, whatever. Do you remember when they made K-Tel, K-Tel, and they would be the greatest hits of groups, K-Tel albums? I've seen some of them at the flea market recently, or maybe you don't remember them. It's possible, but I remember the K-Tel albums, and I had a bunch of those, and they're now gone. But I've probably got maybe 70 or 80 albums down there, and I really, I think with me, it's a childish thing with me because it brings back memories, makes me feel young. That's my playlist, 10 albums dropping. I sold a Led Zeppelin album for around $50 on eBay, like new condition. Oh, I believe it. Oh, yeah. Especially Beatles albums. Wow. Some of them, if you have the right, what's it, the White Album? I think sealed goes for like stupid money, although the Beatles are really good. You're talking LPs, and I still have 8 tracks. You know what, Mike? I was on eBay recently because I was looking up FM converters because I'm odd like that. I found some FM converters brand new in a package, never opened, from the 70s. Like, who doesn't open them? But I did see some 8-track players, and I was like, that would be fun to put in the car. I would like that. And Spec Shops, of course. And good night, all. Darren is going nighty-night. And Darren, I hope Callahan the man is doing good. And tell Kendall hi. I hope Mackenzie's going to make it also. And I'll catch up with you tomorrow, brother. Yep, K-Tel. I didn't know if anybody remember that. And Lonnie, yep, she remembered. And good night, 68. Night, Darren. Let's make sure I missed nothing. Yeah, K-Tel, I don't know. I know that was kind of a weird thing to remember, but I had a lot of K-Tel albums. And I guess they were the greatest hits. They were from the 70s, different bands. And I remember them old. I'll be 61 soon. Actually, right after the picnic. Time's going quick. It really is. Luckily, I do feel pretty good, though, so far. But, I like albums. I like 8 tracks. I have a Heather 77 Beetle has a cassette player in it, and it probably works. It's an old Jensen. And in my garage, I have a stack unit, you know what I mean? And it has turntable on top, equalizer, CD player, and a dual cassette deck. And it's made by Quasar. Actually, it's too long of a story, but somebody had given that to me from a policeman that used to watch over us kids when we were young. He passed away, and I ended up inheriting his stereo. He was so awesome. He was a good cop and always hung out with us kids when he was on duty. Let me see. Used to be K-Tel and Ronco commercials on TV all the time. Yeah. And there was also, good night, everyone, from a call with my brother. Hey, good night, Alita. And I'm happy for you, sweetheart. You've been having a lot of great luck. I'll talk to you soon. I remember all the ads we would get in the mail for like, I don't know, Columbia House, maybe? Where it's like, buy 20 albums or 28 tracks for a penny, and then they would screw you after that. So guess what? I just did the 20 for a penny, and I was good to go. They're probably still on me. Just hit 70, but act like a 25-year-old, but that's a good thing. Just keep moving, brother. That's what I said to Heather today, because she got upset the other day and said, hey, watch out there cutting all that grass. It is really hot out. And I'm like, you don't have to worry about me moving around. You got to worry when I quit moving around and start sitting. That would be a bad sign. I won't quit moving. I refuse to. Michael Cross, I had a 4-track. It was a strange device. Then the 8-track came out. Keith, I never even heard of that before. Keith's a straight dude. I know him. So he didn't make that up. I ain't never heard of that before, unless he is really joking, but I don't think he is. Smoke said, yep. And Tad said, Glenn Beck did an interview with the gentleman that started K-Tel. He was quite the entrepreneur. Wow, really? I mean, K-Tel, I guess they did really good. I remember their albums being out for a while. And it kind of paid off to get the K-Tel albums because they were just all the greatest hits from different stars, or musicians, I should say. But yeah, there was a 4-track. How did I miss the 4-track? I don't remember that. I remember helping my dad when I was like 14, put an 8-track player in his Cutlass, then he put one in his truck. The only thing I ever ran into, and I know all you have, is you kind of pulled the tape out and then the tape went boom. It was like an IED going off, and I shouldn't have said that. And it just, tape flew everywhere. Then you were trying to pull it so it would suck itself back up in. But you know what? Those were the days. I'm glad that I lived when I did as a kid. I'm glad I did. Yeah, there was a lot of 4-track. Yeah, but all the real good stuff was on the B side. And that's the thing. We used to run out and buy 45s. My dad had a jukebox. He excuse me, I'm sorry. And he used to complain about the 45s because you would have whatever, say Misty Mountain Hop, but then on the other side it was like, they always put crap songs on the flip side. It was similar to the 8-track, but the power wheel popped up into the cassette to drive the tape. I legitimately have never heard of a 4-track. This is a first. I'll be punching in on YouTube now because I want to see one. I watch a lot of old car commercials on YouTube. I watch a lot of old car stuff, even American cars. I love old cars. And they showed the old, maybe Chrysler product. I can't remember if it was Mopar that had a record player that they put in some of the cars. I think that would skip going down the street, but listening to Tupac, and all of a sudden it starts bouncing all over. Let me see. There's a dry tape. I heard Columbia House. Come back, Fleck on Bad Debts, and we all owe them thousands. Oh, by now it's probably up into the millions. They didn't last long. It was like VHS, and remember the beta tape. Yeah, I do remember the beta. That one, when I was young, American Graffiti had come out. That was huge. I went with my parents to the drive-in when I was a kid, maybe in 73. I can't remember when American Graffiti came out. And I'm going somewhere with this. And then when I was like 16, a friend that I knew, he was a little older than me, said, "You want to come over and watch American Graffiti at my house?" And I'm like, okay. So I thought maybe it was on TV. It wasn't VHS. It wasn't beta. It was shaped like a record album. It was a big disc that he slid in. And I do remember it. I just don't know what it was called. And I ran into him at an Aldi's like 3 years ago. Was that really called Laserdisc, Schmoke? He called it something. He called it, maybe had a nickname for it though. But it was as big as an album. At least that's what my old brain remembers. It was like an album. And I remember him sliding it in and me looking, thinking, what the hell is this? It was really weird. And I never forgot watching American Graffiti. But when I did run into him outside of an Aldi's like 2-3 years ago, I had seen him in, 40 years. And it was nice to run into Dale. And then I brought that up to him, and he says, "I still have all that." Now I want to get down to his house and watch it on there because I'm odd like that. But I love all them old shows. American Graffiti, Hollywood Nights, King of the Mountains, one of my favorite though, because that was a kit car. That Porsche was a kit car Beetle, and it was a stroker motor. But I won't get into all that tonight, I guess. Let me see here. Laserdisc. We all owe Columbia House, but somehow I think they still made money. Oh, they made money somehow. Oh, I guarantee, Wayne, you're right about that. I remember those Laserdisc. Yeah, I didn't know that's what they were called. I couldn't remember. I just remember it being the size of an album and very thin. It was red. Can't remember what I did last week, but I remember crap like that. Can you believe that? I was thinking a 4-track is only used in a recording studio. And yes, the Lasers were like an LP music album. Yeah, Wayne, exactly. And it's been a long time, but I do remember it, in my mind as a kid looking over and thinking, that looks like a record album. sleeve, and I was amazed by it. 12-inch. Okay, I wasn't sure, Baja, how big they were. I think that Beta, I don't think they lasted real long, did they? The Beta. Yeah, preceded by the large laser disc. I think it was a Magnavox. This was contained inside of a cover like an album, but you inserted the whole thing. Yeah, it was the one he had was red, and I don't recall him taking anything out of anything. He just slid it in, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. And he still has it. I want to see that. And good night to you, Mr. Cross. I hope you look like I sent you the flat 8 Scotch yoke engine will be charging. Did you send it to my email, Mr. Cross? That's what I'm making sure so I don't miss it, in all honesty. But yeah, the VHS tape, I think, was around for a while. And then we went to the CD. To be honest with you, in Heather's Cherokee, I put a USB stick in there. Hey, Uncle Bon. Well, you see, you're sitting there quiet all night. You ain't said a damn word. Okay, you hate me. I remember Betamax and Laserdisc. That is cool, Uncle Bon. Not too many people remember them Laserdiscs. I'm surprised. I mean, but I use a USB stick, and then I just label all these folders and just slip it in the truck, and it's just what I do. It makes it easier. The old lasers, you can use them as a Frisbee. They glide real well. In a message, I don't have your email. Oh, okay. I'll check. I'm thinking you mean Facebook then. I'm hoping that's what you mean. Because there's so many places now we can get messages, back and forth. I came close to purchase a Laserdisc one station in Germany back in the day. Oh, wow. I don't even know. No, my phone was charging, but I was watching you on TV. Oh, checking me out, huh? Me and Uncle Bon goof off. So me and Uncle Bon the one night we got on did Facebook video call, just goofing off and having fun. I had a blast. I need to do that again soon with him because, hey, Robert, what is up, brother? Me and Uncle Bon click very well, and we just we run very parallel on our beliefs, our thought process, pretty much everything. I'd have to say that we come from the same walk of life, is what it is, and we do click very well. Don't throw away your old DVDs and VHS. The new digital formats are being heavily censored historical media. Oh, I didn't know that. Wow. No, I have, oh my goodness. Craftsman, I swear I probably got over 500 DVDs. I mean, I got a ton of them. We like old movies too, so they're anywhere from the 40s clear up to, the early 2000s. But I love my DVDs. Although the VHS, I see them a lot at the Goodwills and Salvation Army because I always go in there hunting around and see what I can find. I never thought about buying them because I have VHS players still. When Beta came out, they said it was going to replace the VHS. They got us all to buy the player and then stop making the tape. Hey, Bob, you know what? Hey, good night, Lonnie. Good night, honey. I hope you have a great week. I really do. Thanks for being here. Bob, I was watching, I watch Recollection Road and Something Memories on YouTube. I like them channels because it's like, what happened in the 70s? What happened in the 60s? What happened in 75? And somebody did bring that up in there about they were trying to push everybody to buy all the Beta machines. People were grabbing them up and boom, they stopped with the tapes. So what you said, yeah, that kind of makes sense of what I heard. I wish I could make comments through my TV. That'd be a great feature. Oh, Uncle Bon, there's no doubt because I'm guilty of I've watched some of your videos because I have notifications set for you. And I'll be watching them on TV and I hit the like while I'm watching your stuff. And then it'll go on to another video. And then days later, I'm a guilt feeling. I'm like, oh, crap. And then I'll go back from my phone and I comment. I wish they would have that feature on a TV because it would simplify things a lot. You guys are reminding me of my age talking about this old age technology stuff. Great YouTube channel. We watch Recollection Road all the time. I like that channel. There's another one though called Memory, something Memory. I can't remember now. And it's very similar to Recollection Road, but I love watching that stuff. I won't watch the news and crap anymore. I have my own leads on stuff and what's going on and this and that. So I try to watch stuff that makes me happy, you know. And I watch Jay Leno's Garage a lot because he always has pretty cool cars on there, you know. Although I was bummed out the other day. I looked at him and I guess we all got to get older, though. I guess that's part of life. I was a little startled when I seen him, but he's got to be getting up in age now, I imagine. So let me see here. Yeah, I made my destination, Brother Slade. Everyone hey, good. You made your destination safely, and that's awesome, Moose. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for listening in while you were driving. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, he is getting up there. I don't know. Like, wouldn't he be in his late 70s? Like, I mean, around there. And I enjoy watching him. I like the way he presents everything. I like all cars. I mean, I like kind of the goofy cars too, like AMC. I'm real big into the old AMCs, but you know, I'm odd. I told you. And yep. How about YouTube through my PS5? I wish I could comment also. Yeah, Bob, I'm guilty of that. I will watch people's, everybody I'm subscribed to, like Uncle Vaughn, popularity contest. And he did get rid of Herbie, which I think he needed to get rid of that one, though. In the end, it was causing a lot of frustration. And at that point in time, I don't think he cares that I say this. He was in an apartment. He didn't have a garage at that time, and he let Herbie go. And he bought a really nice El Camino that he's working on right now. If you check out his channel, Uncle Bon is very down to earth. And now he got a garage, and I'm jealous because he got a lot of space there, you know. And that's what happens, though. I start watching him on TV, and then I go to the next video, and then later on, I'm like, oh, crap, I need to go back and comment, you know. Watch your videos, live streams after rematch so I can comment on exactly what I wanted to, and then I end up going down your channel sprout. I do that. I know. Memory Mountain. I wonder if that's it. I think that is it, Robert. I think it is Memory Mountain. I love those type of channels. I was going to do a second channel of doing slideshows and talking about the old AMP, what happened to AMP, what happened to Hills. But there's so many out there now. And I have a voice like Mr. Rogers, so people may not like that, but I was going to do a channel like that. I really wanted to. Recently, I talked about it to Heather, but I don't know if it would catch on, you know. You can comment anything from the game systems, but it's a pain in the butt. I don't have a game system, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll bet you there is a way on a game system. I'm sure you're right about that. He's 75. Okay. It's just I caught the weight loss when I seen him last time, and I'm not putting him down. I don't judge people. I'm not like that. All I'm saying is I could tell he appeared different, and I was kind of bummed out a little bit because I really enjoy watching him a lot. Whole and forgot what I forgot. Soon I watch you on her TV, and I keep up on my phone for commenting. Works for us. That's what once in a while I will do when I'm using my 2% of my brain is I'll have it on TV, and sometimes I'll grab my phone and then I go ahead and comment on it. And sometimes I forget, sadly, because I like to support other folks. This isn't just about me. I can't believe you're still on, just back from a run, cool down with a Diet Orange now. Nothing wrong with that. Wow, you did go out and do it, Scotty. You weren't messing around. Can you see Slade in a sweater? Somebody told me recently, and I don't want to do it. I don't know if it would strike a copyright. Somebody wanted me to do my intro in a sweater and change my shoes and my sweater to a different sweater and do the Mr. Rogers type of intro. But I don't know if somebody will get like freaked out by it and slam my channel with a strike. So that's the only reason I don't do it. Laptop died, so I can watch you on Amazon Fire and text on my phone. Oh, that's cool. You know, I don't. I think with me, what happens is, I get comfortable at night, kick back in a love seat. That's where me and Heather sit together every night. And I just let shit rip. I let Uncle Bonds roll through. Pretty much everybody that the notifications pop up one after another, and then sometimes Heather's like, "How are you commenting?" I'm like, "Oh crap! I got so into watching the videos and hit like that I forgot to comment." If I had my VW stuff to my channel, will you watch it, Slade? I have several VWs. Well, yes, I would, Robert. Absolutely. I like watching a lot of other channels. I watch channels that have nothing to do with VWs. I mean, YouTube has become television for me, to be honest with you. I got my algorithm worked out pretty good now where I don't get a lot of recommended stupidity, if that makes any sense, Do it. I can do it and probably just make sure I demonetize that so I don't get a strike. I don't know if they would, you know what I mean? But I guess it would be funny to do. I'm actually doing this right now. I'm hearing you saying the same thing out of sync. Santa, where have you been? I'm glad you stopped in. I think I'm thirsty. Have you some coveralls and unzip the change? Wait, that's for Heather to do. Ratings booster. I wanted her to see Santa's on to me. He knows the parts I need. This is going to be a quick Christmas now. I wanted Heather to keep filming. She stopped. And it's sad. She's getting her 1,000 subs if she really pushed it. I think she's at 850. I can't really remember. But some people don't know how to act in the comments and we're being very nasty. Like, why do that to a female? You know what I mean? It's gross. And it wasn't even like they were being like, hey, you look great. Or no, they were like defaming. It's like, why do that to somebody for? But then again, I think what's happened with the internet is, and a lot of you right now are going to relate to this because we have people that are of an older group that, you did that back in the day. Somebody knocked your teeth out for you. Now everybody gets on the keyboard and does stuff. And it's just nasty. It really is. To me, I don't see no point in, no matter what somebody's belief is or whatever, you don't put them down. Heather's doing flowers and gardening and showing cottage lifestyle. And I told her, let me start filming you going to these flea teaks and antique stores, the estate sales. Let me film you there showing stuff. And she was kind of on it a little bit. She goes, maybe that will be fun. And people, man, I got to get in comments and see if they can make you feel bad about yourself. And I think that females don't do as well with that. Me, I blow stuff off, but and Kenneth from there, but I would watch it. I'm new to the VW world and keyboard warriors till met face to face. Oh yeah, Dennis, there's no doubt about that. There is. I don't tolerate people well in real life with crap like that. I really don't, in all honesty. We need to do a drinking game live stream one day, non-alcoholic as well. I don't know how, Uncle Bon, because I wanted to get on video with you, but I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? Like you and I got on Facebook video, or whatever that's called, and we had a blast on there. That's why I screen capped it and said, look who I was talking to, because that StreamYard. Yeah, you know what? Benny, one of our members, told me to get StreamYard. Something about, I don't have accounts on like Instagram or TikTok, but I guess it puts you live everywhere. But I don't, I don't know enough about that yet. I'm sure there's actually videos on it where I can learn though. Some of it's on video stuff I'm doing, just think they were good enough to post. You know what? It's mine. I keep mine. It works with YouTube. Okay. I didn't look into it, Schmoke. When he told me about it, he's like, hey, since you're doing the live feeds now, you might want to look in the StreamYard. But I never really like messed around with it or looked into it yet. And Jeremy, how you doing, brother? But I keep my videos kind of plain and simple. I don't really, Heather did buy me at a Vegas movie studio. That's what it was called. and it's much better than what I'm using now as an editor. But then when I did look at it, I'm like, I don't feel like learning it. But it probably would benefit because then I can be filming what I'm doing and also have me up in the corner talking and, have two different angles on it. But I just never felt like learning it yet was the problem. We should do StreamYard, or I think Live Together is still a YouTube feature. We'll have to check into that, Uncle Bon. I need a phone call anyhow because it's been a while since we owned a phone. We do 3-hour phone calls usually. I mean, I just let the channel grow casually. I don't really push it too hard, in all honesty. I just figure people will find it. You know what I mean? But I honestly, I try to keep it very low key, and because I've been on some channels and they go a little over the top with fast moving videos and just screaming and just going crazy. And it's like, wow, I like to keep mine low key where it's easy to follow along. I'm a chatty patty, everyone. I actually, yeah, picture in picture. That's it, Keith. My brain stuck. I wanted to do picture in picture with mine when I'm doing stuff. I think it would help a lot. No, Uncle Bon, I think you're a blast. When we're on a phone, it's anywhere from 2 to 3 hours every time. And I don't really get on the phone that often, to be honest with you. I really absolutely don't. But I liked it better when we did the video chat. I don't know. I thought it was fun. I really did, because we were actually able to just look at each other and talk, Whoever thought we'd be doing that in the future, But okay, I got to get rolling. It's getting there. Well, it's almost 10 to 11 here. Picture in picture is simple as a second timeline in your editor. Yeah, exactly. And that Vegas movie studio offered it. I did a quick tryout of a Samsung Ultra 24 a year ago. I can't remember. And it had picture in picture built into the camera. I should have kept that phone, but I switched back to iPhone because I got freaked out with the Android and was getting confused. But I should have actually kept the 24 Ultra because it had picture in picture built into it. And I just thought that was awesome, but too late now. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I hope everybody has an amazing week. Friday will be the DIY video this week. And also, I'm going to get an extra video in with Heather this week. It's a documentary type thing we're doing. Excuse me. And I will tell Heather, I'm glad that she stopped in tonight for a change. And thank you, Smoke, for saying that. I appreciate it. I hope everybody has an amazing week. God bless y'all. I love you. You're all great folks. I always look forward to this. I really do. Okay, we'll see you next Sunday.